So HBO have finally announced who has been cast as Harry, Hermione and Ron in the new Harry Potter TV show. Now obviously there were 7 books that got turned into 8 movies, so presumably they're going to want at least 7 seasons for this new TV show. But the big question that I have is, are these actors going to be the ones playing these characters for the entire length of the show? See, obviously that happened before with Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, but I think those of us that grew up with the original Harry Potter movies kind of forget how insane an undertaking that was. I mean, literally never before in the history of cinema had they made a series of movies where the characters start as child actors and then kept working with those child actors all the way into adulthood. The big challenge, obviously, is when you're working with child actors, they grow up. So that means if they wanted to keep on track with the books, they had to go into production every single year to make sure that they didn't grow up too fast and age out of the role. And so the studio spent a huge amount of time, a huge amount of money, trying to make sure that every summer they were ready to film a new Harry Potter movie so they could keep the whole train running. And obviously when they set out to make the movies, they didn't intend to make 8 of them because not even the books were finished at that point. They just started with the first one and kept going. And so to a certain extent, it was kind of just sheer luck that they were able to make the movies with the same cast. If one of the actors had grown too quickly, or there was some big production issue that had delayed shooting, that could have scuppered the whole thing. Now obviously they got to the end and it turned out great, but there's a reason that absolutely no one has done that kind of thing again until now. But trying to do this whole thing again with a TV show is going to be so much harder. For one, a TV show is just so much longer. The movies are 2.5 hours. With the TV show, assuming they're doing 1 season per book, it's going to be at least 6 hours, maybe 8, 10 hours. Either way, it is so much more script they have to write, so much more they have to film, and it's not like they have any more time to do it either. They can't exactly slow down aging. Now, there used to be a period of TV where there'd be 21 episodes a season, and they'd have a new season every year. But we no longer live in that time. During that time, there was a clearer separation between movies and TV shows. Movies look like movies. They were meant for the big screen, they were bigger budget, had better effects. TV shows were smaller scale, they were built for the small screen, and they looked like it. Nowadays, TV shows look like movies. There isn't that same separation. And as the quality has gone up, so has the time taken to make them. Other big budget HBO shows like The Last of Us and House of the Dragon have taken 2-year gaps between seasons. And just like Harry Potter, those shows are adaptations. They're adapting stories that already exist, so it's not like they had to come up with new stories, new plot lines. Obviously, there's still a huge amount of work that goes into adaptation, but they weren't writing blind. And so to me, it just seems like this is going to be an absolute nightmare for Harry Potter to be able to get this show done on time every year and stay to the quality that they want to hit. And keep in mind, they're going to need to use a huge amount of CGI for this show as well, for all the creatures and spells and set extension. So with this huge challenge they're trying to overcome with just doing this TV show in the first place, is it even possible to keep these child actors right to the very end? Because you could see a scenario where if they can't quite keep up with the demands of production, that they get to Prisoner of Azkaban and go, okay, for the next ones, we're going to recast. Deathly Hallows Part 2 is made so much more impactful by the fact that you saw Daniel Radcliffe playing this character at 11 years old. If they had to recast for the TV show, would it be harder to invest seeing new actors again play these roles? Now you might be thinking, sure, Stranger Things started with child actors and the show's been able to grow up with the actors as they've aged. But I think Stranger Things has a much easier time with it because they can write the scripts to adjust for the age of the actors when they start filming. But with the Harry Potter series, it's pretty set in stone that there's one story for every 1 year of school. Like if they get to 3rd year and they look like 5th years, they can't rewrite the story to accommodate that. Now maybe I'm way too early to be talking about this, they've only just announced the actors, but as someone who's interested in the show, who wants the actors to succeed, and is interested in the whole production process, I can't help but just marvel at the whole challenge of it. Now obviously this is going to be a huge hit no matter what, but you gotta wonder, like, if it wasn't already a guaranteed hit, would anyone dare do this? But that's my thoughts on the Harry Potter cast announcement. If you've made it this far, you might as well subscribe, and make sure to let me know your thoughts on the whole announcement down in the comments below.